Welcome students. In this video we will learn about chapter number 10, that is light. In this chapter we will come across to know about the different type of phenomena which occurs by the light. In this we have to learn about reflection and refraction. But before that we should know few things about the light. Yes, characteristics of light. Light is a form of energy produced by luminous objects. Light can travel through vacuum. Light can penetrate through transparent materials but cannot pass through opaque objects. We know that light can penetrate through transparent materials, which materials allow to flow light through them, but opaque objects do not allow lights to penetrate through them. Light travels in a straight line in an optically homogeneous medium. Light bounces back when made to fall on polished surface such as mirrors or metal surface. This bouncing back of light is described as reflection. We know that it is the light by which we are able to see the different things around us. So such phenomena we have to study in this chapter. So let's move on. Yes, reflection of light. It is the phenomena of bouncing back of light after striking a smooth polished surface. We can say mirror. You can see that this is our mirror. A ray of light incident on it and then it reflected back, okay, and here a normal forms in between them, so such that we can say that this phenomena is termed as reflection of. Here we can see that how an incident ray strike on the surface. We can see here this is our incident ray and then it bounce back, okay, and then here is a normal between these rays, and the angle formed between these two are known as angle of incidence and angle of reflection. Now we have just check out these terms. First, incident ray, the ray of light which fall on the surface. Then we have reflected ray, the incident ray bouncing back in the same medium after striking the reflecting surface. As we can see in our diagram also, in our figure also, that incident ray is striking on the surface and then the reflected ray bounce back in the same medium after striking the reflecting surface. Yes, there is the formation of the angles between incident ray and reflected ray and normal. So we have first point of incidence, the point of the mirror surface where incident ray strikes and reflected ray bounces off. Point of incidence is that point where the incident ray strikes and reflected ray bounces off. Then normal ray, as we can see in middle, it is the line drawn perpendicular to the reflecting surface at the point of incidence. We can say that the perpendicular line between this is called our normal. It is a line perpendicular to the reflecting surface at the point of incidence. Then we have angle of incidence. It is angle between incident ray and normal. As we can see this angle I, it is denoted by angle I. Angle of incidence, it is angle between the incident and normal. And then we have angle of reflection, that is angle between normal and reflected ray. As we also in our figure, this one is between normal and reflected and we denoted it by angle R. Yes, then again we have three laws of reflection in which we have 3 points. First one, the angle of reflection equals to angle of incidence. The both the angles forming during the time of reflection will be equal to each other, that is angle I equals to angle R. Yes, we can write it as angle I equals to angle R. Now we have the reflected ray and the incident ray are on opposite sides of the normal. Okay, yes, perpendicular is between, we can see that a normal is there, so we can see that the reflected ray and the incident ray are on opposite side to each other. The reflected ray, the incident ray and the normal are on the same plane, means all three rays, this one, this one lies in a same plane. In the same plane they are lying with each other. Now we have spherical mirrors. The curved surface of a shining spoon could be considered as a curved mirror, as we have seen spoon, in that we have curved surface, so in that we are saying that it considered as a curved mirror. The most commonly used type of curved mirror is spherical mirror. The reflecting surface of such mirrors can be considered to form a part of the surface of a sphere. Such mirrors whose reflecting surfaces are spherical are called spherical mirror. Means those mirror which are part of a sphere, those types of mirror are known as spherical mirrors. Then we have types of spherical mirror. So the reflecting surface of a spherical mirror may be curved inwards or outwards. So first one, a spherical mirror whose outer surface is polished and inner side is the reflecting surface is called as concave mirror, and it is also called converging mirror because it converges the incident ray after reflection. Then second one, a spherical mirror is spherical mirror whose inner is polished and outer side is the reflecting surface is called as convex mirror. A convex mirror is also known as diverging mirror because it diverges the light when it incident rays after the reflection. Yes, as we can see the diagram of these types of mirror, and then we will make it more clear. Yes, here we have two type of mirror, that is our concave and convex mirror, as we already discussed. So this one, first concave, second convex. We have seen that outer surface, this one, okay, this inner surface is the reflecting surface from where the reflection takes place in the case of concave mirror. In the case of convex mirror, we have seen that the reflecting surface is outwards. The reflecting surface is outwards, and it is also called converging mirror, concave mirror, and convex mirror is also called as diverging mirror. Now we can see few important terms in the case of a spherical mirror which will help to us while drawing different type of ray diagrams. So first we have, yes, we have pole. This is the center of the mirror, we can say this one, okay. Now then we have center of curvature. This is the center of that sphere of which our mirror is a part. Then we have this line xy, this is known as principal axis. And then another term which is more important, that is radius of curvature. This lies between the C and P, that is your center of curvature and pole. Yes, and then we have focus which lies between, yes, here we have focus where after the when the light ray passes and they incident on the mirror surface, and then after the reflection where they meet, that point will call as focus. And now we can see that we have different types of rules for obtaining images. So first we have, yes, now reflection of rays parallel to principal axis. In first case, in concave mirror case, if a ray come parallel to the principal axis, if a ray comes parallel to the principal axis, then it will always pass through focus. And in convex mirror we can also see a ray is coming, it incident on surface, strike on the surface and reflected along with the focus, as we can see that. Yes. Now in next case, reflection of ray passing through the principal focus. This rule is the opposite of first rule when the ray passing through the principal axis parallelly, but in this case we can see that it is the opposite of our first one rule. So in the case of concave mirror, ray passing through the principal focus goes parallel to the principal axis after reflection in the case of concave mirror, as we can see here. Yes, suppose this ray is passing through focus and then it will reflect along parallel to the principal axis. Now we have for the convex one, we can see that here again a ray is passing through focus, then it will reflect back parallel to the principal axis. It will, a ray directed towards principal focus goes parallel to principal axis after reflecting from the surface of a convex mirror, as we can see in this diagram that a ray is coming and then it goes parallelly to the principal axis. Then we have third case. In this, ray passing through the center of curvature. A ray passing through the center of curvature of a concave mirror or directed in the direction of the center of curvature of a convex mirror after reflection is reflected back along the same path. The light rays come back along the same path because the incident rays fall on the mirror along the normal to the reflecting surface. It means that when a light ray is passing through the center of curvature, then it will reflect back with the center of curvature because the light rays come back along the same path, because the incident rays fall on the mirror along the normal to the reflecting surface. Means the light rays coming, the light rays incident on the mirror along the normal to the reflecting surface. That's why the light ray coming and the incident ray comes with path, it will reflect with the same path. Now last case, the ray incident obliquely to the principal axis. Means if a ray pass through, strike to pole of the mirror surface, then it will reflect back with the same angle. We can say that a ray incident obliquely to the principal axis towards a point P on the mirror, concave mirror or a convex mirror, is reflected obliquely. The incident and reflected ray follow the laws of reflection at the point of incident, that is P pole, making equal angles with the principal axis. As we can see that here again, see, if a ray incident at pole, then it will reflect back with the same angle, and here we are seeing that the law of reflection is also obeyed, and with which angle the ray get incident, same at that angle the ray reflect back. And in convex case we can see also that same pattern is following here. Now thank you students.